Welcome back, honey.
Hey, we're Donut Media. Come check out our cars before we break them. We're in Tulum.
Sounds intriguing.
In 400 meters, turn left. Recalculating route. Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 200 meters, turn right. In 200 meters, turn left. Turn left. In 400 meters, you will arrive at your destination.
No way! You brought Hilo to Mexico.
Technically, I brought High Car because I thought someone else could break it for a change.
And I brought Low Car because it's the only one in our parking lot that's running right now.
Then I brought Zach Job because he's my super cool and handy road trip buddy.
Also, I'm the professional and better driver than James.
I came to check out the Horizon car scene. I've been trying to get to the Horizon Festival forever. I came because I was hungry.
Wait, if we're all here, who's watching the shop?
My dog's got it.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Wait a sec. You get high and low Z's and I get stopped.
Dude, you have the most important job at Donut right now.
I do?
We're always debating between high and low car, right? What's better, cheap and charming or top of the line? What if there was a third option? Some kind of middle car.
The coming of mid-car has been spoken of in legend.
I think I see where you're going with this.
Way to handle the fair lady. You're gonna fit right in on low team.
Hi, team.
Low team.
Wait a sec. You get high and low Z's and I get stopped.
Dude, you have the most important job at Donut right now.
I do?
We're always debating between high and low car, right? What's better, cheap and charming or top of the line? What if there was a third option? Some kind of middle car.
The coming of mid-car has been spoken of in legend.
I think I see where you're going with this.
But right now, Team High are headed north and Team Low are headed south.
So, you gotta pick one. Pick Team Low.
High Team, for reals.
to handle the fair lady. You're gonna fit right in on low team.
High team.
Low team.
All right, my friend. The time has come. Choose wisely. Do you want to ride in high car or low car?
Welcome to High Team. We have a lot of money and seafood towers. Okay, we don't have seafood towers right now, but we do have Zach.
It's you and me for this one. James is meeting us on the other side. Road trip!
Woo! Road trip.
Let's see what you can do in High Z on the way to Guanajuato. James says he's setting up, but he's probably just window shopping.
I heard that.
So you probably know this already, but High Z has some gosh dang history. We did everything to this thing. Wheels, tires, brakes, coilovers, turbo, body kit. $100,000 worth. I mean, I did most of the real mechanic stuff, and James said, "Mo power" a bunch.
Mo power.
The power delivery is so smooth with these turbos. Everything about the car is pretty sweet.
The seats could be more comfy.
And the best part, on track day, just when we were getting clean laps, we broke it. Black flag. Womp womp. Just another day in the life of High Z. Thanks for the ride. Now, where's Pumphrey at? Whoa, cool! Whose Miata is this?
Some Horizon drivers starting their own money pit?
Man, I love that car.
Hey, time's wasting. I'm not paying you to sit around talking about cars.
You don't pay me at all!
Okay, James. Why are we in the van?
Because Donut Media is a business, all right? We do car culture, positive vibes, and t-shirts with buff horses on them. Our interns have set up donut merch stands all over Mexico, and we're gonna make some deliveries. Make sure to park at the stand. We need time to drop everything off. horse out of heck!
Can we do it fast?
Yes. Yes, we can. Apex, baby! That would make a good shirt. Maybe a hat. Lightning, lightning, lightning! Final parking spot, go! Who put this merch stand way out here? Must be Nolan's fault. Whew. Now all the donut fans at Horizon can get their sweet threads and recognize each other and hug and stuff. We did a good thing today. All right, High Z should have cooled down by now.
You have arrived at your destination.
That was a pretty great day. How about we finish it off with a night drive? Zach, you take the Miata.
All right. Nice driving, by the way. Thanks for getting all that set up.
That means you and I are in High Z, buddy. We're driving through the spooky woods at the base of La Grande volcano.
Why?
Who cares? This Miata rules.
Hey, Zach, it's getting pretty dark out, isn't it?
Sure. Yeah, I guess it is.
I think maybe for safety, you know, you might want to turn on your...
Oh no, here it comes.
Pop up, up and down headlights! Pop, 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 pop. Pop up, up and down headlights!
Pop up and down headlights!
Oh no, not you too.
So, High Z is broken down. It might be a mass airflow sensor, but I'll have to wait until first light to see.
Which means our big broken baby is spending the night in the woods. Welcome to high-low, baby!
Should have brought the Tacoma. There aren't Mexican bears in these woods, are there?
You have arrived at your destination.
Hey, James. So, high car broke down, huh?
No. You're right. We're just testing the capabilities as an RV.
Yeah, high car definitely broke down.
Zach has the engine teardown under control, but it might take a while. What are we gonna do?
How about we take some cars and some cameras and get up to speed on the Nissan Z? So this is everything you need to know to get up to speed on the Nissan Z while we drive them.
No way! No way, no way!
In October of 1969, the 240Z arrived in America, known in Japan as the Fair Lady Z. The American version had a 2.4-liter inline-six, giving it a robust 151 horsepower. It could go from 0 to 60 in just under 8 seconds and cost around $3,600. I would love to find a 240Z for $3,600. Jumping to more current times, in 2001, an announcement was made. The return of the Z to America. Nissan debuted a bright orange Z concept car, the Nissan 350Z. It was released to wide acclaim the very next year. While the 350Z was good, Nissan knew they could do better. Debuting in 2008, the Nissan 370Z was almost a complete redesign from the 350, with the engine swapped out to the huge 3.7-liter V6.
It was also still affordable and looked amazing.
Lucky for us and all the Z-Series fans, Nissan didn't stop there. In 2023, the new Nissan Z arrived, the newest in their line of modern sports cars, this time with 400 horsepower. The new Z uses the same platform as the 370Z, but now it's got a 3-liter twin-turbocharged V6 engine.
Now I kind of wish I'd gotten the Roadster.
C432, baby. Can't beat a classic.
My Z is the mightiest Z.
This is great, but I still miss high car.
Congratulations, you are now officially up to speed on the Nissan Z. Hey, Zach, is the car fixed yet?
Just you wait and see.
Hard right, then floor it.
This is an interesting new upgrade for high car.
Yeah, we installed a full flatbed truck kit under it. It came out pretty well.
Well, our car still works, so let's drive that.
Nolan, high car on a flatbed can still beat low car any day of the week.
Are you serious? Dude, come on.
Hey, I said a stupid thing to my buddy Nolan, and now you need to make me look less stupid. Can you do that?
I've got it. It was the crank angle sensor. That's a pretty easy replacement once we get back to the festival.
High car for life, baby! You helped a lot, too. Thanks, pal.
You know what day it is? It's track day!
400 meters. Turn left.
All right, before we get started on our high-low test track finale, one more thing we gotta do to welcome the newest member of the Donut family.
What? Me?
If you break a car with us, you're officially family. We've got a big family.
We told you at the start, sometimes it's hard to decide between high car and low car. So...
The legends were true. The glory of mid-car awaits.
I'm nervous now.
Don't be. This is the best part. We picked up another identical stock Nissan Z, and it's yours to customize.
choose your upgrades and we'll get them installed.
I will definitely be helping you guys.
Let's start with new wheels and tires. Now for new brakes, diff, springs, and a big fat turbo. You probably want to look at a roll cage and some aero too. That Rocket Bunny wide body is pretty tempting. Now finish it off with a paint job. Or if you're really brave, let Nolan do it.
Man, I'll never live that down.
Be careful. You can spin more than low car, but less than high car. Mid car. You got it? All done? Looks pretty dope. We could probably cram a few more upgrades in there. Start with some test laps. Get a good feel for it. All right, believe it or not, high and low Z are both running. So we are good to go.
This is it. We did it. We are here. The final showdown of this very special, very exciting Horizon/Donut edition of High-Low.
We bought 3 nearly identical Nissan 350Zs. One got cheap parts, one got expensive parts, and for the first time ever, one got a mix of the two. I'll be in low car.
I'll be in high car.
And I'll be in mid-car with our special guest driver.
Hi.
Time to find out once and for all. Does more expensive mean more better? Or is more in between more gooder and smarter? Okay, that wasn't great, but it's new format. So we can work on it.
Let's go! Show 'em what mid-car can do!
High Z all day, baby. Woo! Whether it wins or not, low Z rules.
You guys, it's been great working with you, but I'm running away to join Horizon.
Be safe, have fun, I love you. But you're still gonna lose.
More friends definitely means more better.
Cars are paid. The heart is the most important part.
A detour! Take it off road! Coming up on the finish line, let it eat!
You did it! I can't believe you did it, dude. I am so proud of you. This changes everything. You're gonna have to move to LA. We need to get you some t-shirts and like a hat. Do you know how to read a teleprompter?
I've got a better idea. How about you all join us here for a while?
Oh, can we, James? Can we, please, please, please?
I can't say no to that face. All right, maybe for a little while.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 200 meters, turn left. Turn left. In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right. In 200 meters, turn right. Turn around when it is safe. You have arrived at your destination.
Hey, amigo! I found something. Drop by when you can.
Okay, I'll be right there.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right. 200 meters, you will arrive at your destination.
Hola, hola! Remember the old book I told you about? I went and dug it out of a box at my padre's place. I want to try and find something.
And you need a driver.
And I need a driver. Yeah, bien. Head for Las Barrancas. I'll explain on the way.
So, what are we looking for?
My favorite book is called El Camino de Sidney Wolverstone, about an explorer who traveled Mexico 200 years ago. In her book, she describes these Atlantes she found, giant statues, but there aren't supposed to be any of those near here.
Giant statues? From an old book?
That aren't supposed to exist, yes! I've been piecing together clues from the book. Do you think you can get this car right into the river at the bottom of the Copper Canyon?
You really don't know me very well.
The Copper Canyon is a wonder of Mexico. There used to be 6 separate rivers which came together to create the landscape that we're seeing now. 4 times larger than the Grand Canyon, covering 25,000 square miles. Oh, and the green color in the rock is why I got that name, copper. A ver, let's get pictures here. In the book, Lady Sydney's expedition makes camp here, but that's just a fun story. Yeah, the book talks about setting up camp on an island and finding the statue in the afternoon light. It would have been about this time of day. That is increíble. How has no one ever found this before? Hola, amigo. According to the book, there is a statue at El Arco de Cabo San Lucas. Wolverstone said she found it at sunset, but I thought we could try an experiment. I've worked out where the book says the statue should be. We can set out and reach the area around mid-morning and see what we can find. Or the other option is we get to El Arco just as the sun sets. If you believe the story, that's when we'll find the statues. From here, we will reach El Arco just as the sun sets, if you believe the story.
In 400 meters, turn left. Turn left. In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right. In 400 meters, turn left. arrived at your destination.
Okay, we'll check out El Arco de Cabo San Lucas and see if it matches the book. Let's get there fast.
You've read my mind.
beach. The book says, we found the statue by the Ark looking out across the Pacific in the warm light of the setting sun. I don't see it. Huh. Well, let's get some lunch and try back later in the day. Oh, I told you that was the best place to eat around here. Was I wrong? Aye. Okay, we need to get going. Can you get us to the beach before the sun sets?
You mean outrun the sun? Yep, I think I can do that. Even with the extra helping of tres leches.
Outrunning the sun. Now, down to El Arco before we lose the light. And get your camera ready. There it is! Right in the sun where the book said. Grab a picture of it.
Right, that is freaking me out. It's right there. How did we miss it?
The shadows were really deep just here earlier. Maybe we just didn't see it? But now I really want to see if we can find any more of these mysterious statues.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Hola, amigo.
I've been reading the diary over and over. I think Lady Sydney's expedition came inland, but no sé, it's hard to find the evidence.
In 400 meters, turn left. Turn left. You have arrived at your destination.
Ok, mira, escucha. Listen to this. El pueblo de Mulegé. Un oasis tranquilo. If she made it to Mulegé, the expedition must have traveled upriver. I still can't believe this. I used to take the book to mi escuela and my teachers told me Lady Wolverstone's adventures were as fictional as Pedro Páramo or Sherlock Holmes.
So she never got any credit.
Never asked for any. She said she was writing stories for her grandchildren. But if they're true, her story deserves to be told. And you and I can prove it. Vamos. To Mulegé. Let's go. We can start in the center of town and move outwards. Always forget how beautiful Mulegé is. A ver. Let's get shots around here while we search. People have lived here for thousands of years because of the water and the fishing and, well, now tourism too. Lady Sydney must have camped on the south edge of the river. A ver, hey, can you see anything? Wow, there it is, just there in the trees. How did I never see this before?
I've raced this road 100 times and never seen it either. Hidden by the trees, maybe?
Lady Sydney writes that a local bruja, a wise woman, said the statues were only visible on certain days in the rain because they are statues of Tlaloc.
I still think it's the trees hiding it. But call me when you work out the next location, okay?
Hey, amigo. Haley called to ask about the promo shots, but when I told her about the diary, she said they could wait. Come pick me up. We need to go to Agua Azul.
I'll be right over.
In 400 meters, turn left. Recalculating route. In 200 meters, turn left. Turn left. In 400 meters, turn left. Turn left. You have arrived at your destination.
Ready to head for Agua Azul? Eso, bien. We might get a little wet.
I'll keep the windows closed.
Okay, a ver. Okay, let me translate this part. The cool waters of Agua Azul quenched our thirst and inspired our hearts. In the heart of the blue water is where we found them.
Then, are we looking for more than one statue, maybe? And in the heart of the blue water? What does that mean, I wonder?
So the question is, why was the diary of Lady Sydney Wolverstone published as fiction? She was really here. She really had aventuras all over Mexico.
Maybe she didn't want to be famous.
Or maybe she didn't think anybody would believe her. Muy bien. Keep heading west. Muy bien, ahí estás. We'll turn off the road near the waterfalls. Sí, lo reconozco. Okay, we're getting close now. The waterfalls get their name from the bright blue water. The name literally means blue water waterfalls. It has to be the place.
Well, if video games have taught me anything.
It'll be behind the waterfall. Claro, come on. Oh, the pictures are good. And you know having pictures means no one can doubt us if we can find the statues again.
Uy, uy, uy. This is big. I have our next lead. Meet me as soon as you can.
Turn left. Recalculating route. Turn around when it is safe to do so. Turn around when it is safe to do so. You have arrived at your destination.
I found more of Lady Sydney's papers, original drafts of El Camino. She made pencil sketches of formations that I recognize in the Valle de las Ranas, and she sketched one of the statues.
Lead the way.
Okay, so, they are fantastic creatures carved in rock. And she found the statue early one morning. And get this, it was after a rainstorm.
And this is another statue of Tlaloc. That is interesting. Let's see if we can find it.
El Valle is east of Guanajuato. Mira, let's go. Valle de las Ranas means Valley of the Frogs, though I always thought the stones looked more like fantastical creatures. And Lady Sydney did too. She got sketches in her book. Mira, imagínatelo, imagine it. Explorers like Lady Sydney came all this way with nothing but ganas y un gran amor for the wilds of Mexico.
She sounds like someone I know.
Yeah, yo? I shoot cars for the festival. You do all the work. And my ride is a lot faster than her wagons, no?
We have slightly more than 1 horsepower.
Bueno, I suppose reading El Diario is one of the reasons I became una fotógrafa. I wanted to capture the same belleza she did. Today, the Valle de las Ranas is one of the most visited natural wonders in Mexico. Lady Sydney definitely knew a marvel when she saw one.
But the guidebooks don't say anything about a Tlaloc statue here.
I have it! No, perdón, no hay tiempo para explicar. Just come and meet me.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right. In 400 meters, turn left. arrived at your destination.
Mira, I cross-referenced the final pages of the book with all the other papers I could find, and it's Ekbalam. It has to be. Lady Sydney Wolverstone's expedition headed south to Ekbalam. Ekbalam was only properly studied in the 90s, but we know very little about it, actually. In fact, researchers are divided on exactly how much of what we know about the Toltecs is historical and how much is Aztec legend.
So why are we going to Ekbalam and not Tula?
Wolverstone's book doesn't call it Ekbalam, of course, but she describes a large group of buildings, perhaps 20 or more, and a large oval palace. And listen to this. 3 large statues of the sorts I have found in other places.
3? I'm pretty sure I only saw 2.
No, that's not all. She also wrote, the 3rd largest of them in the same stone I have come to recognize lay to the south of the complex, only barely visible in the driving rain.
Well, let's get there before the rain stops then.
Building and there it is amongst the trees. It's huge. Get a picture.
It's been fun, though I do feel like there should have been treasure at the end of it.
Bueno, maybe.
The treasure was the friends we made along the way?
Aha, you said that, not me.
So that's that.
There's one more thing. According to the book, Wolverstone took a jade statue from the site, but lost it in the flash flood. I'll try and work out where that was. I'll call you as soon as I know.
Now I'm intrigued. Call me, yeah?
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Ay, ay, ay. Hi there, Hall of Famer, eh? Woo! No time to explain. Vente ya. Come, meet me.
Thanks, Carmen. Is this about the book?
In 200 meters, turn right. In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right. At the roundabout, take the second exit. In 200 meters, turn left. Turn left. 100 meters, turn right. In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right. You have arrived at your destination.
Ah, there you are. So I worked it out. Remember that flash flood? She was near an abandoned church along a river. And that has to be the Temple of Quechula. Ándale, vámonos. Drive. Claro. Head for the temple at Quechula. Lady Sydney has one more marvel to show us, and you're gonna show me how a Hall of Famer drives, no?
Wasn't the temple at Quechula flooded? I didn't bring my snorkel.
Ay, qué chistoso. Quechula is located on a floodplain, but after a long dry season...
The temple is accessible. I take it back, let's go.
We need to get down into that presa. See it? on the church. Oye, qué rápido! This church is 500 years old. It was built in the hopes that it would become the center of an important city, but never did. In 1966, the dam was built and the whole area flooded. This is amazing. Like a final chapter of the book I never got to read as a girl. I hate to say it, but it feels like this belongs in a museum.
I agree. But you know it won't be visible unless you go see it at exactly the right time.
You don't believe that, right?
Right. We've got another stunt. Drop by when you have a moment.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. Turn sharp left. Turn sharp left. In 400 meters, turn right. Turn around when it is safe to do so. Recalculating route. In 400 meters, turn right. You have arrived at your destination.
Well, well, well. If it isn't the two masterminds caught in the act. Can't believe I didn't recognize your driving sooner, kid.
Mike, glad you're here. How do you like this, this dummy the art department made? It's very realistic.
Save it, Frankie. This is a brilliant idea. But if you're gonna keep Victor in the dark, you'll need my help.
It's nice to be working with you again, Mike.
You can talk! I never expected that. Look, get in the car. We've got a big jump to do.
Scene 43. Time travel volcano jump. Action!
Mike, did you just say volcano jump?
Come on now, kid. I saw the opening ceremony. Hammer it up the hill, kid. That stunt vehicle is a Mike Steel Special. Custom engine and suspension. Blimey! It's nice to have a real driver at the wheel. I heard that. Now hit the ramp, not the cameras. The DOP gets very upset when we do that.
There we go! Well done! Frankie. Brilliant! Well done! But we keep this between us, yeah? No need for Victor to know. Hey there, kid. We've got a new stunt set up. Drop by when you can.
Turn right. In 200 meters, turn right. Calculating route. Turn around when it is safe to do so. turn left. In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right.
Hey there, Frankie. No, don't talk. We have to protect that nice, bankable accent of yours. Get in the car. I'll explain the stunt as we go. Scene 68. Dr. Strangeguard. Action! Careful up ahead. Watch the turn. Ah! Careful there. Corner ahead. Ah! Through here and keep the speed up. Oh, blimey. Victor's on the phone. Keep it tight, kid. Victor!
Senor Steele, Frankie's driving is exceptional as always. But why did I just catch a glimpse of another Frankie relaxing in his trailer with a mug of lemon tea?
That was a dummy. It was a stunt dummy. Gotta go, Victor. Bye! Hey, I always have a role in the movies I make. I was Pursuit Beast number 2 in the one we made in the UK.
The one that ran into the wall. I loved that bit.
Very funny, Captain Silent Protagonist. Now drive! Nicely done. It's good to be working with you again, Frankie. Too close by half. Let's get this done. Kid, we have a small problem on Vanguard. Meet me and Frankie when you can.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right. At the roundabout, take the second exit. At the roundabout, take the first exit. 400 meters, turn right. Turn right. You have arrived at your destination.
The director was asking why I'm not doing my lines in the stunt sequences.
Don't worry about it, Frankie. I'll cover for you. Hey, kid, you ready for the next set?
Sure. What's the stunt?
Scene 95, highway escape, action!
Talk me through this. What's my motivation?
So, it's a race, basically. Gotta outrun the pursuit car.
I can explain, Mike. And that is an excellent accent, Frankie. You have hidden depths. This is an escape, of course. The self-replicating control system is intent on stopping you. It has commandeered a pursuit vehicle. You must escape it. If it helps, imagine the pursuit vehicle has a number of hilarious lines of dialogue. Perhaps even emerging as the true star of this movie.
You voicing it, I bet.
Well done. This is gonna look great. And there we go. That's done. Only one more stunt to do. I'll call you when we're set up. Hey, kid. Next scene set up. Meet me with the stunt unit.
Turn left. Turn left. In 400 meters, turn right. right. have arrived at your destination.
Right, this is the last shot we need to get. Should be easy.
What could go wrong?
Scene 107. Data upload stunt sequence. Action! Right, we've got other stunt drivers in traffic vehicles. Dodge and weave, and get to the destination as quick as you can.
And this is where we bring the pieces together. Past, present, future, messages and themes come across the franchise coming together, but not resolved. Never resolved.
Don't worry about all that past, present theme stuff. Let's just get this done before he rumbles us.
In 100 meters, turn sharp left. In 100 meters, turn sharp left. In 100 meters, turn right. In 100 meters, turn right. Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 400 meters, turn right.
destination now. Just get there.
There we go. Cut and print it there. Stunt units are wrapped on Vanguard Force 10. It's up to Victor in the editing booth now. He's not the type of director to change his mind, or ask for reshoots, or anything like that. Right?
Mike's going off the deep end. Something about product placement. Can you drop by? Easy, Frankie. I'm on my way.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. Turn around when it is safe to do so. Turn around when it is safe to do so. 400 meters. Turn left. Recalculating route. In 100 meters. Turn left. Arrived at your destination.
There's a new scene. Apparently, we need to take advantage of the presence of a major cultural event to root the story in the zeitgeist.
What now?
Get in the car, kid. I'll explain.
Scene 103. Something at the festival. Floor it, kid! Straight through the festival. Hit the jumps. Apparently the scene's got to go right through the middle of a race or something. Tell Scott Tyler not to flop his lines this time.
Wait. We're putting the festival in the movie. And Scott Tyler's got lines.
That's right, kid. Up through here. Head for the ramp. Cue the drivers. Cue Scott.
No! ... There are cars on the track! Pause. Going the wrong way! This is dramatic and unexpected! Got Tyler, by the way, I'm gonna get there.
We, let him write his own lines. Here we go. There's cars coming the other way, so watch it.
That was close. What now? This is very improvised.
You're doing good. Now, out the far side. Keep the speed up.
Victor wanted Frankie to drive this.
That has to be enough for him, right? Right, kid. We're back in it. Get here when you can.
Another stunt? I'll be right there.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. Turn around when it is safe to do so. Recalculating route. In 400 meters, turn right. Turn around when it is safe to do so. Turn left. In 200 meters, turn right. Turn right. In 400 meters, turn left. Turn left. In 400 meters, turn left. meters. Turn left. In 200 meters, turn left. Turn left. You will arrive at your destination. You have arrived at your destination.
Hey there. So, I just got off the phone with the director, and he wants one more stunt.
And not just any stunt. He wants me to jump across the bay, being chased by a cargo plane.
And there's dialogue all over it, so no driver swapping. I think it's time we fessed up to Victor.
Hang on. If we can't swap drivers, why don't we swap cars?
With one waiting in the motorway tunnel. Right. I need props and another hero car. Do we even have another hero car? Yes, we do! The one that was too fast for anyone to drive. I'll get it ready over at the bridge.
Scene 117. One take. Action.
I'll do the first section, and you take over at the tunnel.
We can do this, Frankie. Just drive casual.
Now, Frankie, it is time. You must close the loop, combine the dimensions, and transform this conflict into art.
Got a bad feeling about this.
See, you are being torn apart from the inside. It's almost as if there is another Alex Cobalt straining, fighting to take control. Understand? And fine.
We're not gonna make it. Go, quick! I can't act and drive at the same time.
The plane's spinning up. Get to the airfield. Go, go, go!
The car's a bit of a handful. This is the high-power one Victor asked for, but we never used, so, enjoy?
Whoa! This thing can move!
We need a line here, I think. Frankie, would you... improvise something for me, please?
I have to return to the future!
Si, muy bien. You capture the conflict perfectly.
Now, right turn and follow the plane over the jump. The stunt driver learned to talk, Frankie. You're out of a job.
Not bad. I mean, I have a few notes.
What Frankie said. Just... The car's a bit of a handful. This is the high-power one Victor asked for, but we never used, so, enjoy?
Whoa! This thing can move!
We need a line here, I think. Frankie, would you improvise something for me, please?
I have to return to the future!
Si, muy bien. You capture the conflict perfectly.
Now, right turn and follow the plane over the jump. The stunt driver learned to talk, Frankie. You're out of a job.
Not bad. I mean, I have a few notes.
What Frankie said. Just hit that jump and not the plane.
I love my life.
The car's a bit of a handful. This is the high-power one Victor asked for, but we never used, so, enjoy?
Whoa! This thing can move!
We need a
a line here, I think. Frankie, would you improvise something for me, please?
I have to return to the future!
Si, muy bien. You capture the conflict perfectly. Now, right turn and follow the plane over the jump. Stunt driver learn. To talk, Frankie, you're out of a job.
Not bad. I mean, I have a few notes.
What Frankie said. Just hit that jump. Not the plane.
I love my life.
Actually bleeding, did it? Amazing, both of you. I couldn't tell from watching the feeds. Amazing work. Great driving. And, I mean, reasonable acting too. Right, kid. We're back in it. Get here when you can.
Another stunt? I'll be right there.
At the roundabout, take the second exit. Turn around when it is safe to do so. Calculating route. In 200 meters, turn sharp left. Turn sharp left. Meters, turn right. 200 meters, you will arrive at your destination. You have arrived at your destination.
Right, this is a post-credits scene. And according to the call sheet, Victor wants... both of you.
Both of us? He doesn't know I exist, right?
Scene 121A. The two Alexes. Action!
Hey, what do you say we make this one real?
Oh, you know it! see you at the finish line.
Ah, yes, this is what we have been working toward. The within made manifest, the conflict real, the outcome unknowable. My greatest work.
Ah, clever was it?
Cut and print. And that, with any luck, is definitely, positively a wrap. So, Victor's asked me to join his remake of Rendezvous. Turns out he saw the thing we did in Edinburgh. It's a huge opportunity. And all thanks to you, kid.
Actually, you know, I've got this idea. It's about twins who fight crime.
In cars. I'm in. Tell me more.
In 200 meters, turn left. Turn left. have arrived at your destination.
Ale, sorry about that joke on the phone. I was just...
Ay, de que. Forget it. My apprentice Katie and I have been talking about the American muscle car era. Might be some lessons there for us.
Let's do it!
Dodge Hemi Superstock. The biggest Dodge engine in the smallest Dodge chassis. Quarter mile in 11 seconds.
Very nice! See, this is the Alejandra I remember.
Drag racing is all about reaction time, no? Maybe I already have jumped the gun on you.
Oh boy.
As well as the engine, they removed everything from the dart that would weigh it down on the track. The radio, the armrest, side mirrors, carpets.
Feel it in the corners for sure.
Maybe if I pulled the carpets out of every car in my garage.
Don't even think about it. That was great. Wasn't it?
We've tried muscle cars and straight-line speed machines, but we can still go faster.
You need to take a breath, dude.
You like this. How about we step up la velocidad with some help from the Italians?
Bellissimo!
Come meet me. I'll bring the car.
first exit. Arrived at your destination.
Let me guess. Your apprentice, Enzo?
Matteo, actually. But yes, he reminded me of one of the most important cars in history. The first production model to hit 200 miles per hour.
You don't need an excuse to get me into an F40.
If this doesn't make us better racers, nothing will.
Pure speed, pure performance. A nice 40th birthday present for Ferrari, and anyone lucky enough to own one. Shaped like it is, right? It makes so much heat it has diffusers both front and rear.
And I'm still sweating!
Wow, that was fun. So much fun, I almost forgot about Aurelio for a second.
Aha! Now we're getting somewhere.
Have you met my apprentice, Hina? She's here from Tokyo. A very talented mechanica. I'm learning a lot about Japanese street racing.
Like, it's okay to lose one teensy little race?
Oh, that? Don't worry about that. Just come and meet me.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right. In 400 meters, you will arrive at your destination. You have arrived at your destination.
Okay, street racing school. I'm ready.
Actually, I thought we could just relive the Midnight Club era. Drive a Japanese legend, have some fun.
Oh, well, yeah, that sounds great. Welcome to the Midnight Club.
Exactly. In the 90s, Japan produced speed machines from Nissan, Honda, Toyota. This is the Supra AE. Hina says back then, everyone wanted a Supra.
I can see why.
3-liter twin-turbocharged inline-6, 276 brake horsepower, 315 foot-pounds of torque. The turbos are sequential instead of parallel, so you get a consistent boost at low anti-RPM.
Wow, Alex, you know everything.
Not quite. I just have a good crew to help me.
Hina tuned these up for us. Tuning is huge in the Japanese scene. Hina says you couldn't get into the Midnight Club without a top speed of 160 miles plus. Of course, she probably wasn't even born then.
Ale, neither were you.
Okay, good point.
was amazing. Say thank you to Hina for me.
I will. Actually, I should get back to the workshop to see if Aurelio has beaten any more of my lap times. This is it. I've set up a rematch with Aurelio. Time to bring out las armas grandes.